The internet never sleeps, and neither does drama, especially when it involves beloved Nollywood stars. But what happens when the very people who claim to love you become your biggest nightmare? Maurice found out the hard way, and his explosive reaction during a recent live stream has left the entertainment world buzzing with questions, concerns, and a whole lot of uncomfortable truths about fan culture gone wrong. It started like any other day in the life of a rising Nollywood star, but quickly spiraled into something far more sinister. Maurice, the actor who has captured hearts across Nigeria and beyond, reached his breaking point in the most public way possible. During what should have been a routine live stream with his fans, those loyal supporters who have cheered him on through every role, every red carpet appearance, every milestone, something snapped. The usually composed actor transformed into a man possessed, his voice rising to levels that could probably be heard in neighboring states, his frustration spilling over like a dam that had finally burst under pressure. But here's the thing about breaking points, they don't just happen overnight. They are the result of months, sometimes years, of accumulated pain, frustration, and betrayal. For Maurice, that betrayal came from the most unexpected source, his own fanbase. The same people who once lifted him up with praise and support had somehow morphed into a mob of critics, rumor-mongers, and emotional terrorists. It's like watching your favorite pet suddenly turn rabid, shocking, heartbreaking, and absolutely terrifying all at once. The catalyst for this dramatic explosion wasn't just garden variety criticism or even harsh reviews of his work. No, this was something far more malicious and deeply personal. Fans had crossed every conceivable line, spreading lies that would make even the most creative fiction writers blush with embarrassment. False accusations flew around social media like confetti at a twisted celebration, each one more outrageous than the last. These weren't just opinions about his acting or career choices, these were character assassinations disguised as fan commentary. What pushed Maurice completely over the edge were the absolutely unthinkable rumors that some fans and bloggers had begun circulating. We're talking about fake stories involving accident and death. Yes, you read that correctly. Some people had the audacity to spread RIP posts and fabricated accident reports, playing with death itself for what? Clicks. Attention. The sheer cruelty of it is mind-boggling. When Maurice addressed these horrific rumors during his live stream, his anger was palpable, his voice cracking with a mixture of rage and genuine hurt that no amount of acting training could have prepared him for. The transformation of Maurice's relationship with his fanbase reads like a cautionary tale about the double-edged sword of social media fame. There was a time when fan feedback actually helped him grow and improve as an entertainer. Constructive criticism about his fashion choices, for instance, led to a noticeable upgrade in his style game, a perfect example of how positive fan engagement can benefit both the celebrity and their audience. Those early days seem like a distant memory now, when fans cared enough to help him become better rather than tear him down for sport. But somewhere along the way, that helpful criticism mutated into something toxic and destructive. The line between constructive feedback and malicious attacks became so blurred it might as well have been erased entirely. What started as genuine concern for his craft evolved into personal vendettas, with some fans apparently taking it upon themselves to become judge, jury, and executioner of his entire existence. It's like watching a support group turn into a lynch mob, disturbing and completely counterproductive to everyone involved. The most frustrating aspect of this entire situation is how bloggers and certain fans have injected their own emotional baggage into what should have been straightforward entertainment commentary. Instead of discussing Maurice's work objectively, they've made it personal, allowing their own feelings, biases, and perhaps jealousies to cloud their judgment. It's as if they've forgotten that behind the celebrity persona is a real human being with real feelings, real struggles, and real limits to what he can endure. Maurice's explosive reaction during that fateful live stream wasn't just understandable, it was inevitable. When you push someone to their absolute limit, when you attack not just their work but their very character and existence, when you spread lies about their death for entertainment, you can't act surprised when they finally fight back. His anger wasn't just justified, it was a long overdue response to months of psychological torture disguised as fandom. The shouting, the visible frustration, the raw emotion that poured out of Maurice during that stream, it was the sound of a man who had finally had enough. Every raised voice, every frustrated gesture was a direct response to the cruelty he had endured from people who claimed to be his supporters. It's ironic how the same fans who demand authenticity from their favorite celebrities then act shocked when that authenticity includes genuine human emotions like anger and hurt. This entire debacle raises uncomfortable questions about modern fan culture and our relationship with the entertainers we claim to love. When did supporting someone become synonymous with owning them? When did being a fan give people the right to spread lies, make false accusations, and play with someone's reputation and mental health? The answers to these questions are as disturbing as they are elusive, revealing a dark side of celebrity culture that we'd rather not acknowledge. Perhaps the most tragic aspect of this situation is how it's created an environment where even legitimate criticism gets lost in the noise of malicious attacks. When fans cross the line from constructive feedback to personal destruction, they make it impossible for genuine concerns to be heard or addressed. It's like trying to have a serious conversation in the middle of a hurricane. The important messages get drowned out by all the chaos and destruction. The comparison game between Maurice and other actors, particularly the ongoing debate about his work versus other Nollywood stars, has become another source of unnecessary drama and division. These comparisons, fueled by fans who seem more interested in creating conflict than celebrating talent, have turned what should be healthy competition into bitter rivalry. It's exhausting for everyone involved and serves no purpose other than to generate more controversy and hurt feelings. The emotional manipulation tactics employed by some fans and bloggers in this situation are nothing short of psychological warfare. They've weaponized social media, turned public opinion into a battlefield, and transformed what should have been a supportive community into a hostile environment where cruelty is rewarded and kindness is seen as weakness. The impact on Maurice's mental health and well-being cannot be overstated. This kind of sustained attack would break anyone. What makes this situation even more heartbreaking is knowing that buried somewhere beneath all this toxicity are genuine fans who truly care about Maurice and want to see him succeed. These real supporters have watched in horror as their fandom has been hijacked by individuals with malicious intentions, turning their safe space into a war zone. They've seen their favorite actor pushed to his breaking point by people who clearly never understood what it meant to be a true fan in the first place. The time has come for serious reflection and change within fan communities everywhere. If you've ever found yourself spreading unverified rumors, making personal attacks disguised as criticism, or getting so emotionally invested in a celebrity's life that you forget they are human, then you need to step back and reevaluate your approach. Maurice Sam's explosive reaction should serve as a wake-up call to all of us about the real consequences of our online actions. Before you post that harsh comment, share that unverified story, or join that pile-on, ask yourself, how would you feel if you were in his shoes? Would you want your family, your career, and your mental health subjected to this kind of scrutiny and attack? The answer should guide your actions moving forward. It's time to remember that being a fan means supporting, encouraging, and uplifting, not tearing down the very people you claim to admire. Maurice Sam deserves better, and frankly, so do we all.